Update 2. After my sister locked me in the freezing basement for 14 hours, my mother said, "Stop overreacting. It was just a prank." But when the doctor checked me out and saw the security footage, she said something that left them freezing. More oversight responsibilities. And I'd casually mentioned to Mallory on the phone 3 weeks earlier that I was helping Dad organize his estate documents, just family stuff, consolidating accounts. She'd asked if I'd be pulling credit reports. I said probably just to make sure nothing weird was going on. Her voice had gotten tight. She laughed and changed the subject. I should have paid attention, but I was busy with work and didn't think much of it. She got that information 3 weeks before Thanksgiving. 3 weeks before she bought a deadbolt from a hardware store 40 miles away. Plenty of time to plan. My buddy Caleb came along for the holiday because he'd been staying with us after his divorce and had nowhere else to go. Caleb is the kind of friend everyone needs, but nobody wants to explain to their parents. 6 feet 4 inches, perpetually wearing basketball shorts regardless of weather or occasion, and about as socially aware as a golden retriever. His divorce had been finalized 3 months earlier after his wife decided she wanted to find herself, which apparently required finding herself in their neighbor's bedroom. He'd moved in with us during the separation about 6 months ago now. And Caleb handled everything by eating cereal for dinner and watching conspiracy documentaries until Harper intervened and gave him a room. He was supposed to be temporary. Now he's basically furniture that occasionally makes sandwiches. Wednesday evening when we arrived, Mallory was already there. She met me at the door with a hug that lasted 2 seconds too long. Asked about the drive, asked about work. Harper gave me a look, the one that means she's filing something away to bring up later. That night, Mallory found me alone in the kitchen getting water. Mentioned casually that I should leave my phone charging during family time. Said it was rude to be checking work emails constantly. Said the basement had terrible signal anyway, so I might as well keep my phone on the counter if I needed to go down there for any reason. Weird thing to mention. I filed it away and forgot about it. Caleb pulled me aside that first night. "Dude, your sister's being weird. She asked me like 3 questions about you and 0 questions about literally anything else. That's not normal." I told him he was paranoid. Told myself the same thing. Turns out we were both stupid. Thanksgiving dinner was a masterclass in family dysfunction. Every time someone mentioned my promotion, Mallory changed the subject. When my father stood up to make a toast, she suddenly remembered her youngest needed something in the other room. Judith kept shooting her sympathetic looks like Mallory was the one suffering through this ordeal. But there was one moment that stuck with me later. Mallory mentioned that she'd heard identity theft was really common these days. And didn't Dad worry about that? Gene said he wasn't worried. Said he had Mason looking over things now. Said having an accountant in the family was better than any fraud protection service. I watched Mallory's face when he said that. Something changed in her expression. Couldn't put my finger on it at the time. The kids weren't helping matters. Mallory's 3 children ranged from 8 to 4, and they had the energy of caffeinated squirrels. Every time the conversation turned to me, one of them would need something, knock something over, or start crying. After the third interruption, I started wondering if Mallory had trained them to cause distractions on command. Harper's hand found mine under the table. She squeezed once. Our signal for "I see this nonsense, too, and we're discussing it later." My father finally got his toast in during dessert.